Hi, I'm Annapolis Mayor Josh Cohen with your monthly video update for January 2013. And in this month's update, I want to cover a few items. One is about the City Dock Master Plan, one is about shoveling sidewalks, one is about central permitting, and then I have two health-related announcements. First one about the City Dock Master Plan. I want to make sure everyone knows that an opportunity not only for the Planning Commission to hear a presentation, but for several other boards and commissions, as well as the public at large. The consultant team that supported the Citizens Committee is going to be there. So this will be a pretty in-depth presentation. And for folks who've been following the plan or who are aware of it, the plan is a long-term 10, 20 plus year proposal for our town's crown jewel, City Dock. And it looks at a number of issues that are important to City Dock and to our town. There are some things in there dealing with basic infrastructure issues that have to be addressed, such as flooding, both addressing long-term sea level rise, as well as the nuisance flooding we have now that eliminates a dozen business days a year for the businesses who are downtown. It also talks about fundamentally what is the function of City Dock. And who is it for? Is it for residents? Is it for businesses? Is it for tourists? Is it for a combination of all of the above? And if so, how do we make it work for all of the above? Now, parking has come to the forefront, not surprisingly, as a bone of contention. But to me, parking really is a secondary issue that is an outgrowth of the main question, the main issue, which really is what is the function of City Dock and who's it for? How is it to be used? And so there are a number of recommendations in the proposed City Dock Master Plan. After the Planning Commission holds its hearing, it's going to come back to the City Council, which may make changes and ultimately will vote to adopt the current plan or a modified plan as an amendment to our city's comprehensive plan. If you want more information about the plan or to see the handouts or presentations, you can go online to citydock.org. Speaking of residents getting around downtown, this is snow season. Last winter was a pretty mild winter, but even though the city has taken responsibility budgetarily for repairing sidewalks, the law still says it is the property owner's responsibility to shovel your sidewalks and make sure they're clear and clean within 3 hours after the snow stops falling. If you look at any city facility, we have our crews out right away as soon as the snow stops falling to make sure that the sidewalks in front of our facilities are clear. There's a liability issue, but more importantly, it's just the right thing to do. Please make sure you're getting out there, you have the salt, you're shoveling to make sure that your sidewalks are clear for people to walk on them. Earlier this month, I cut the ribbon on our new central permitting office. And this project has been several months in the making, and its whole purpose is to accomplish a simple goal of making City Hall more customer-friendly, particularly in the permitting process, from applying and reviewing and finally getting your permits in hand. And so what we've done is we've put all of the different functions and services that touch the permit as it goes through the process all under one roof at 145 Gorman Street, which is the City Hall Annex right behind City Hall. You just walk out of Hillman Garage and you're there. So planning and zoning, neighborhood and environmental programs, inspections and permits, the fire marshal, even the cashier so you can pay for your permit. It's all under one roof. You can access it on the 3rd floor at a very customer-friendly central permitting counter. And also, there's now a single phone number you can call, which is 410-260-2200, and follow the prompts to talk to the right person about your permit. In terms of the permit activity, just a few factoids. Last year in 2012, the city issued almost 4,000 permits, 3,913 to be exact. Over 10,000 building and trade permit inspections were accomplished. 10,653. 3,816 property maintenance inspections took place on rental units in the city. So think about how many thousands of inspections that is, almost 15,000 total, broken down into the number of working days a year. There's a tremendous volume that goes through our inspections and permits, and our inspectors do a lot of work to try and process all of these things and review them in a timely manner. The city processed almost $2 million worth of permit fees, and the total value of the construction equaled more than $86 million of private investment into our community. Now, even though it remains a tough economy, both in terms of the new competition and parole, as well as the lingering effects of this recession, in Annapolis we've turned the corner. There's still vacancies, but there's still tremendous demand for businesses to locate in Annapolis. Over 106 businesses either expanded or opened in last year alone. That's almost one every 3 days. And our vacancy rate, both for retail and office space, is at its lowest since 2007. So I see the city's role as creating a business-friendly environment, not only through central permitting, but through some of the things we've done to streamline the public hearing process and create the Economic Development Corporation. And so even though it does remain a tough economy, fortunately, Annapolis is seeing signs of life and is on the rebound. Now, 2 health-related announcements. One is on January 24th, I had the pleasure of joining Tori Bayless, the president of Anne Arundel Medical Center, and Vince Leggett, the executive director of the Housing Authority, for an exciting announcement that the state has designated one of only 5 health enterprise zones right here in the city of Annapolis. It's a new initiative that's been spearheaded by Lieutenant Governor Anthony Brown. And the whole purpose is to identify geographic areas with measurable and documented economic disadvantage and poor health outcomes, and to propose a creative plan for targeted investments in community health, basically focusing on the small percentage of the population that accounts for a disproportionate share of health problems and health expenses. And if we're able to make a difference with that population, not only will we improve their health, we're also going to reduce overall the amount of healthcare expenditures. It's good bang for the buck, so to speak. And so the hospital put together a tremendous proposal, and what it will do is establish a new patient-centered medical home inside the Morris Blum Senior Apartments on Clay Street. The grant is $200,000 a year for up to 4 years. It'll pay for a full-time physician, 2 full-time medical assistants, and a full-time case manager. I was happy to support this application on behalf of the city, and I want to commend Tori and her team at Anne Arundel Medical Center. It was a competitive process, and we're very fortunate that here in Annapolis we got one of these designations. And finally, also a health-related announcement. Next month, in February, I'm going to proclaim February Heart Healthy Month in Annapolis. Heart disease is the leading cause of death, not only in our country, but right here in Anne Arundel County. And we're fortunate that right here at Anne Arundel Medical Center, Dr. John Martin and some of his colleagues have established a screening program. It was established in 2000. Almost 40,000 Maryland residents have participated in it. And the whole focus is to take simple steps to dramatically reduce your risk of heart disease and prevent heart attack, and we can do that through education and vascular screening. And so by working with Dr. Martin, with the Dare to Care Foundation, with the governor who's on board, we're going to be announcing a Paint the Town Red promotion, and it's all about education and awareness and promoting screening to hopefully prevent problems before they happen. So that is your update for January 2013. As always, you can reach me by calling the mayor's office at 410-263-7997. You can send an email to mayor@annapolis.gov, and you can visit my blog, mayorcohen.com, and leave a comment. Thank you for watching.